floated in the middle of the ocean. The water was neon blue and smooth as glass. We probably could have landed on it, but I hadn't noticed any pontoons when we climbed into the aircraft that morning. The thing clearly wasn't a seaplane. So the only safe choices were up, right, or left. And if Ashley Hawking didn't pick one of those soon, we'd keep heading straight into the cliffs. We'd be smashed to bits, and all the headlines would read, "4 geniuses die as plane crashes into tooth." No, I wouldn't be the fourth. That honor would belong to Ashley Hawking. The world would mourn the loss of the 2 accomplished adults and my brilliant brother and ingenious sister. Me? I might be mentioned in the story somewhere, but I'm no brainiac. I'm average. Maybe a little above, but not by much, and only through effort. I have to work hard and read all the time to keep up with the geniuses. But anyway, back to that nasty 900-foot-tall cliff sticking straight up out of the water in front of us. Maybe the Millennium Falcon could have made the turn, swooping up at the last second, but I wasn't liking our chances. Ms. Hawking? Ashley, I told you already, Ashley! And not because I think of you as an equal. Not at all. She laughed to herself. I simply prefer the sound of my first name. Now honestly, Hank, someone of your intelligence, I assumed you'd see. Hank was panicking now, his head turning from side to side in jerks like a broken sprinkler. When... Suddenly, my sister leaned forward and pointed at a large orange button in the ceiling, covered by a clear plastic case. Are you serious? She said with excitement. Is this the underplane? Yes! Ashley fake headbutted the dashboard a few times, then looked up to the ceiling. The child gets the answer, finally! Although Ava was relieved, I found this news to be more than a little frightening. You made a plane out of underwear? I asked. The moment the words escaped, I realized I'd probably misunderstood. But no one noticed. Or at least, no one bothered to make fun of me. Not yet, anyway. Ava and Matt were pretty skilled at remembering my mistakes, though. This is the underplane? Hank asked. His eyebrows rose so high they nearly touched the top of his head. You actually built it? I did, but enough talk. You're right, Jack, she said, swiveling around to look me in the eye. We are getting awfully close, aren't we? I nodded. The acknowledgement was nice, but I really wanted her to turn back around. Are we buckled? Good. Would you like to do the honors, Hank? You've tested it? Of course, once, but it worked beautifully. Go ahead, press it. Do it. Now. You've only tested it once? On the dashboard between them, a number in the center of the screen was blinking red and decreasing rapidly. Yes, once and 1,000 times in simulation. Be confident in your ideas, Hank. Press the button already. She pointed to the flashing red number, which just kept dropping. Really? Now, 300 meters is pushing things. I haven't felt this much adrenaline since I climbed Everest. Matt mumbled something about the cliff. Hank hesitated. Ashley had manga eyes. I don't know what Ava was thinking or doing. But this was no time to sit and wait. I slouched forward in my seat, reached up with my right foot, flicked open the plastic covering, and kicked in the orange button with the heel of my high-top sneaker. Ashley let out a long, almost disappointed breath. Finally, she said. Hank had his right hand out, 3 fingers extended. He counted down from 3. A moment later, the engine stalled. The aircraft turned strangely quiet, as if we were suddenly flying in a giant paper plane. Now the chute? Ava asked. Before anyone could respond, something exploded behind us. Yet nobody but me panicked. Ava put her hand on my shoulder. A rocket-launched parachute, she explained. Don't worry, that was supposed to happen. Firing a parachute out with a rocket didn't make sense to me, but the plane slowed, rattling like an old roller coaster, then began circling to the left, away from the cliffs.